exceptional and very determined. He's a very determined person. You know, one day, Denar came to me and said, you know, I have a brother in the US, in the UK. The exceptional service that TUI offered to this country is something that not just us that are seated in this church that must celebrate, but this country must celebrate the life and works of Denar TUI. From him being a member of the Coast Development Authority, he served as a member there. He served as a member of the Kenya Airports Authority. He served the University of Nairobi as a council member. You know, he served ECK. Not very many of us from this coast have that kind of a CV. Not very many of us have that kind of a CV. Not very many of us. But he is here, an exceptional, a giant within Coast, a gentle giant that was able to accomplish many things, many things. And if you look at, you ask many of these politicians that are in power today, they will tell you that Denar was part of their journey. If you look at all these many politicians that are in positions today, they call me and say, you know, when chairman, the Denar, I say, yes. I say, you know, Denar did this and this for me. One of the exception cases, Waziri Hassan Joho called me and said, wajua wewe nataka nikwambie kitu ambacho sijaambia watu. You see, when I was I became MP for Kisauni, the person who actually made me MP was Denar. I was like, okay. So I didn't know this this part. The how, don't ask me. Yes, but he said he did that. So we are here today gathered in this church, celebrating the life of a man that touched the lives of many, many people. A person who, when the history of the Coast Province, the Coast region, the history of this country, there would be one or two sentences that would be written about him. And when the history of entrepreneurs in this country is written, Joseph Denar to his name will be there, because he's one of those entrepreneurs that brought himself from nothing to something and earned his respect. Today, my party leader talked to me, the party chairman. You know, we say he was in ANC, but we all know that ANC folded and does not exist. And Denar is a member of the ruling party, is a member of the UDA party. And the UDA party sent his condolences. I think the chairman and the Secretary General and Treasurer came to the family yesterday to pay their tribute to this great man. But as a party, we have lost someone. We have lost a good resource mobilizer. We have lost a pillar, one of the pillars of the party. So I want to thank you, family, also for giving me the opportunity to work with you, and to also thank the club for insisting that I become the chairman on behalf of Parliament. And we want to say that on Saturday we will be with you, God willing, in Mazeras to give a befitting send-off to this honorable member who never wanted to be called honorable. I thank you and God bless you. Thank you.
Asante sana Mheshimiwa Baya. In lieu of time, I'd like to invite the clerk of the National Assembly to please pay his condolences.
Thank you very much, MC. Our distinguished clergy, my sister Eileen, and your son TJ, Mzee wetu, our dad, the honorable members present, starting with the deputy leader of the majority party, and Mheshimiwa Owen Baya, we truly thank you. Mheshimiwa Baya, we truly thank you for cancelling your personal commitments to be with this family. I know we had sent you somewhere out of the country, and you asked me, clerk, please cancel all those arrangements so that I can ensure that we give my colleague and your friend a distinguished send-off. Thank you for that. Honorable Mwathethe, we thank you for the service you gave to this nation during your active tour of duty. General Mwathethe, we truly thank you. You should be conferred general. And Kanze, shukrani, because you have given a lot of service to this nation. Professor Coletta Sudi, I see you there. I salute you. I'm sure you worked with Mheshimiwa previously, probably at the University of Nairobi Council. Thank you very much for coming, and distinguished ladies and gentlemen. I'll speak less. The first is to give the apologies again of the Speaker of National Assembly. He had to rush to take care of matters relating to his family because he lost his brother only yesterday. He was to be with us, but he has confirmed that God willing, he'll be with us at Mazeras. Please do accept his apologies, my sister. Secondly, is to say that Tui was a special person to us. A member of parliament who shied away from being referred to as honorable. A person who was always very still, highly confidential, very calm and non-confrontational. Like I said at home the other day, I knew Mheshimiwa Denar first sometime in 2018. He had some pending matters in Parliament. He was introduced to me. We met. I started by reading the law for him. He told me, what are technicalities? Just tell me what is doable. Do what is doable within the law. Do not extend any favors to me. And we did what we could. Later, on 30th of January 2023, after the swearing in of the current parliament, as we always do, we retreated to Mombasa for an induction retreat for all members. During induction retreats, it is always very easy for us, as staff of parliament, to notice a new member of parliament. All of you, Mheshimiwa Baya, when you come in, even if you were in parliament before, even if you are being re-elected, for those who are being elected for a second or third time, you're normally a bit calm, but still look a bit haggard because you have come from campaigns. There's normally tension between the majority and the minority. You see people sitting in groups, and our role is normally to try to bring them together because elections are over. For those who are coming to Parliament for the first time, we normally see unusual hairstyles, new suits which are shining. You can see this imenunuliwa kukuja bunge. Excitement for newly elected. Excitement. They want to ask many questions as possible. They all want to sit in front and speak a lot throughout. Those who are coming for second or third time want to sit at the back, speak less. So on the first day, I noticed this gentleman, and I remembered I had seen him somewhere. And I asked myself, I looked at the program to see the resource persons that we have. Of course, I know he's not a staff of parliament. I could see from the program he's not any of the resource persons. And I told myself, labda ni kachero wa serikali, NIS, DCI, because he was calm, neatly dressed, unlike first-timers, seated at the back, alone. During break time on second day, I spotted him with a member from Emuhaya, Honorable Boko Milemba from ANC, and Adagala somewhere during tea. And nikajiambia, ni huyu mtu, we sorted his issues. That's 2018. Sasa bado anafuata wabunge. Because in my mind, that was a stranger. And I approached him. Sema, Njoro, mzee unafanya nini hapa ndugu yangu? Sema, nimekuja tu, mimi ni nataka kukaa na hawa bwana hapa. Nimekuja tu kuangalia hii maneno. So in my mind I said, intelligence officer. Sitamuuliza. So he sat at the back again. The president was supposed to come on that day. And on the day when the president is coming, it's normally commotion. Now all the first-time members of parliament want to sit in front or at the row where the mahali president apitia. And the man was still seated in his corner. So I asked one of the security people, can you ask that man now to leave? We have enough security. I sent somebody to him. Mwambie angalie kwa program niko mahali hapo asinifukuze nje. So this time I walked to where he was. He told me, my friend, I am a relative to one of the members of parliament. But I told him, no, the program for spouses, we finished last year, because when MPs are new, we have a program for members where they come with their spouses immediately after elections. So I thought he's probably a spouse of a female member. Yes, program for spouses ilikuwa September when you're new. Semangalia tu utaniona hapo mahali. So I went back to the program again. I tried tracing his name amongst elected members of parliament, going through all the names, because I'm seated in front. Sioni jina. I asked the speaker, please excuse me, I need to talk to a stranger who insists on sitting here. So I went back to where he is. Kanambia, umeangalia umefika wapi? I showed him. He said, no, angalia tena. Went back to my seat, checked again, and I saw his name. Member number 340. I felt very sorry. I asked the speaker, please allow me to apologize on record to Mheshimiwa Denar. I said Denar, I'll give you the story of why Denar, not just Denar. They allow me to apologize on record. And before I rose, I walked to him to tell him, I'm really sorry, Mheshimiwa Denar. Ambia hapana, hata usiambie speaker wako, hata hajanitambua. Don't tell your speaker. I just want to stay here unnoticed. Unnoticed. Mheshimiwa Baya, I'm sure kama ni wewe ningepata shock was later. Immediately. And that is a person we have lost today. A person who had the opportunity to sit in front, to shout, to glorify himself, but chose not to. Instead, chose to glorify others. Because Denar was generous to a fault. In Parliament restaurant, we have a restaurant for members of Parliament only. It's a modest restaurant. And we received some concern that our staff are normally not keen to serve certain members. Lakini wajumbe wengine wakienda, you see eight waiters running to serve one member of Parliament. So I asked for the list. So can I see who are these who attract more waiters than the others? And Denar was top of the list. So, kwa nini? I asked the head of hospitality. He told me it's because Denar, you'll serve him tea worth 500 shillings, then he'll give a tip of 3,000, 5,000. So all waiters will always want to serve Mheshimiwa Denar. At one point, we wanted to outlaw the tip. He was amongst those who petitioned. He came to me and said, don't, we give from our heart. And your staff don't ask for it. We just find it fair to do so because of the service that they give to us. What a man. When I first met him in 2018, he asked me where I am from. I told him I'm from Kiambu. He said, well, my name is Denar, with R. And I know, because I know where you come from, Njoroge. R and L are spelled the same way, although the spelling is different. And sometimes we interchange the two. So I will not mind you interchanging R and L. For Denar, I kept that in mind. We have lost an angel. My sister, thank you for taking care of this man. He was mindful of others more than he was mindful of his own health. Last week, Tuesday, Wednesday, he walked to my office. We were discussing a number of things. Through pain, they cry. Sometimes they are very weak, sometimes very strong. But they always want to put on a strong face. I say that because the Speaker and I sit in a position where we get to talk to members of Parliament, especially during their lowest of moments. Every December, for the last 14 years or so, we send all parliaments of his arranged how we are going to process his visas for him to go to Uganda first. Hiyo ni mpango ya binadamu. God had his other plans. That on Saturday morning we received the news of his demise. Sister, you have lost a gem. We have lost a perfect gentleman as a nation. I have lost member number 340, non-controversial, a person, he always sat next to the door. And whenever there's controversial debate, he would always send a note to me or to the senior officer at the table, asking whether he must vote. Must I vote on this one? Because he didn't want to engage in controversy. If I don't vote, it's the first time he asked me,